I would request Aswati ma'am to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great occasion and a great privilege and honor for me to be present here amongst you and share the stage with the dignitaries present here. Principal Sir, Sri G.A. Srinivasa Murthy Sir, Professor Ramlu, Controller of Examination, Osmania University, all the HODs, directors, board of directors, as well as faculties, dear students, parents, and grandparents. I would like to thank CBIT to have given me this opportunity to be part of this 4th graduation event. And what connects me personally to CBIT is the commitment to the society and the core values that the institute represents. A rare blend of core Indian values and modern technical education to aspiring technocrats to lead a purposeful life. And I'm sure it's this inexplicable connection of the values that brought you into this institution, which includes humility, respect, gratitude, human dignity. And what a stupendous job that ought to have been done by CBIT to attract this pool of talent, which started with probably just 200 students 45 years back, has got now over 7,000 in number today. Let me start by congratulating all the students who are graduating today. A big round of applause to you. I would like to congratulate and thank all the parents, grandparents present here for the support, encouragement, motivation in ensuring the students complete their engineering and succeed in it. CBIT has come a long way, perhaps leaps and bounds. They have more than 19 patents granted, 200 plus IPRs, and it has created an ecosystem for innovation by establishing the incubation center with over 20 plus innovators, startups, industry-sponsored labs, the AICT Idea Lab, the robotics lab, the drone lab, the digital fab lab, etc., which is much needed for the business incubation for the students of today. And today, the graduating students, you are at an exciting threshold of your new journey, where each one of you, in your individual capacity, is going to script your own unique story for yourself. You have a minimum of 4 decades of work life in front of you, and during this time, we are looking at India to emerge as the 3rd largest economy of the world. Our GDPs are going to grow, and in the next few years, we're going to play a significant role in the extraordinary growth phase of India. If you take the ecosystem of the startups, what was something around 500 few years back, there are more than 1,17,000 startups today. We are number 3 in the number of unicorns in the world, number 2 in the number of startups in the world. And nobody would have predicted that India would play such a rich role in the technology transformation and the digital economy of the world. And the education that you have received in CBIT, combined with the opportunity that you are walking into, it's potent to shatter all the past glass ceilings and build a better and purposeful world. And as I start sharing some of my personal experience in the last 2 decades in IT industry, I want to leave some messages at this critical juncture as you start your career and life. I would like to cover 3 dimensions, which is professional dimension, personal dimension, and purpose dimension. Here's my first message to you. Irrespective of whichever domain, whichever industry that you choose your career to be in, technology will transform everything around us. And this is going to create a lot of opportunities. So if you think think of your last 24 hours, how technology has touched you, you would understand. If you talk of the industries, right, there is the healthcare domain. There are drones that are used to collect specimen, to deliver prescription medicine, and you have data wearables. For example, just with a click of a button or a picture taken on a mobile phone of your eye, it can detect whether you have diabetic retinopathy. So that's what technology is all about. When it comes to retail, you have the magic mirrors or the click and collect no-touch devices, metaverse, smart washrooms, driverless cars, etc., etc. Now to talk a little bit about generative AI, which is the most discussed topic of today, which is disrupting the world. In the computing history, it's always humans that is trying to understand computers, and probably this is the first time when computers are trying to understand human, and the interface being natural language. A new generative AI chatbot that was developed, probably you would have heard of, Jugalbandi, which can help a villager in Bihar get what he wants with just a WhatsApp message that is sent to on a mobile phone. There are apps that will translate, it will pick up what is required and revert back with the information that is required for the villager back to the villager's ears in split seconds. I represent Cognizant, and Cognizant has done a study with Oxford Economics of 18,000 tasks and 1,000 jobs, and this study material is available in public domain, and what it did was it analyzed all these jobs and plotted against exposure score and friction score, but essentially what it says is that 52% of the jobs will be disrupted more than 25%. So to sum up my first message to you, technology is disrupting business in every industry, in every domain, and you have to lead it with deep technology, be it AI, be it data, be it cloud, IoT. It is not part of the solution, but it will lead the change itself. So be ready to lead this change. It is very critical. So take the technology first approach in everything you do. My second message to you is that others will not lead you. You need to lead yourself. And this also comes under the professional dimension. So here's what I have to say. You need to set a goal for yourself, and it should be an ambitious goal, and you need to work towards it. It could be a goal that, okay, at the end of 3 years or 5 years, I need to have my own startup, or I want to become a product manager. Start working towards that goal. Set a time every month and see how you navigate to get to that goal. It is very, very important to be self-driven. Your mentors, your parents, all of you around you, they can only provide you guidance, but you need to navigate. You need to grab all the opportunities that comes your way and grab it to get closer to your role. I would like to talk about this example from my life where I was a project manager about 15 years back, and I had this goal in my mind where I wanted to become a program manager for a large account. And one fine morning, my supervisor, my boss, called me up onto his cabin and asked me, Ashwati, do you want to take up this role? This is something I know you wanted to do. And I was so excited to hear that, and I said yes. But then he said, okay, listen, there is more to it. And then he explained the issues. He said this program is under high escalation. The CEO of the company, Cognizant, is looking into this program very closely. The project is in negative profitability. The client is escalating. It's not going to be easy. And by then I was married. My younger son was 18 months old. And this work, if I take up this work, I had to go about 25 kilometers, about 50 kilometers to and fro to go to the office and come back. I really was in a fix. I was not sure whether I should take it up or not. But I thought through it, weighed the pros and cons, and finally decided to take it on. It was a death march from then on, and the next 4 months was very, very difficult. Each day was tough. It was a death march and there was no holidays, no Christmas, no New Year, no Diwali, no Sankranti, nothing. It was just focusing on the work in hand. And finally we delivered the project with zero customer escalation. The client was extremely happy and we moved into a positive profitability, and the team voted me as the best manager for the entire unit, and I got my promotion the year after. So the point I want to mention here is making the right decisions, right? Grabbing the opportunity, knowing that it is going to be tough. There are three elements for a successful career, what we call as a PIE, P-I-N-E, performance, image, and exposure. P, of course, you need to have the skill and competence that you need to bring onto the table. Image, what is the brand that you stand for? How that, of course, the work will talk for you, but important to build a brand for yourself. And the last one is exposure, which means not letting go of any opportunity that comes your way. My last and final message, dear friends, here is, of course, on the purpose side. This is nothing to do with technology, neither to do with the goals, but as you move ahead, it is very important to enjoy the journey. Not sure if you would have read about this book called Ikigai. It talks about the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. It means living in the moment and you do something that you love. It means it takes you to a state of pleasure, a delight, creativity and process where you're completely immersed in it. So problems will come and go. Your projects will always have twists and turns. Don't forget to build a good community of friends and relatives around you, because that is very important. Be humble, show your gratitude, compassion towards others, build trust among those around you, be it your team members, your supervisor, your parents, your client, your partner, your family members, all of them. Life will be full of twists and turns, but we need to be ready to take it on. It's important to live a life full of meaning and purpose, making a difference to others and enjoying it to the core. Journal your life, one day at a time. Write down 3 things that you did every day that brought a smile to others. Do that every day. Believe me, it's magic. So to sum it up, firstly, choose the technology first approach. Second, others don't lead you, you need to lead yourself. And third, it's not just about the goal or destination, it's more about the journey and experience that you build. It will be a great privilege for me to see each one of you script your own story, a personal journey, and it's going to be a beautiful one of discovery of your purpose that each one of you are going to start or already have started. Plan with a clear mind, and once you have decided and launched on an undertaking, be firm and unmoved by difficulties and avoid devoying action. As you build your story, find time to do things that you enjoy the most, be it reading, pursuing an art or social service. Get awed and astonished by small things in life. These are ways to expand your potential, and the planet needs highly energetic and purposeful people like you to build a vibrant future. May each day in your journey be a joyful one full of laughter and surprise. And whatever your story is, it will be original and only yours. It's going to be a worthy story, and it's going to be deeply satisfying for each one of you. The wish that I have for each one of you of this graduating class, that each one of you become tremendously successful and become the embodiment of the core values of CBIT, which is to become empowered men and women who are self-reliant, with high self-esteem, and transform into technocrats who are ready to face any challenge that life throws at you while you are living a purposeful life. Are you ready to make your own story? Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for giving me this opportunity to be part of you in this event and showering me with your love and affection. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you.